thinking path and not just money. We live in a society where there is a pattern. Yes, we are talking about it, people are talking about it, but I think we are not just loud enough. You know, it's all about money mindset. What is in it for me? Look at everything. This was inspired by some trending issues. Actually, I saw Mark Angel's ex-wife. It was captioned Mark Angel's ex-wife. So I don't know if she's actually his ex-wife. She was talking about what she had to endure in the marriage. I also saw a boy, I never knew him until his passing, Destiny Boy, talking about, I saw a post where his friend talked about how he went to the Babalawo to get fame and fortune. I don't know if that is true, but thinking about them, the possibility of what Mark Angel's ex-wife said and what happened to the Destiny Boy, the Babalawo drama, thinking about them, the possibility of them being true actually got me thinking a lot about the patterns in our society, how we have woven our life, our system, everything around money. Money is important, definitely, because there's a saying that money makes the world go round, you know, but is money all there is? When all we think about is money, you realize that a lot of things we do, we trade our peace. We trade our, we negotiate our peace, we negotiate our dignity, we negotiate our conscience, we negotiate everything. It's all about money. It is why people no longer have conscience these days, because it's all about money. It is really, really crazy. And this kind of mindset, we ask every day without even deliberately intending to, we are raising children who keep this mindset going. All about money. We have hookup culture. It's about money. We have Yahoo boys. It's about money. One of the arguments I never support, that never makes sense to me, is when a woman says, oh, if my husband can pay my salary, I will sit at home. And I always wonder, sitting at home, is it all about money for you? You know, you actually wanting to work, you want to earn a living, do something. Is it all about the money for you? Because if it is not all about the money, then it will not be, oh, if you can pay my salary, I will sit at home. I also saw this guy that trended last week or the other week. What's his name? Kataife. His baby mama coming to say, this is someone that doesn't allow me to do anything. Why would girls sit down at home and not do anything? You know, as long as the cash is coming in, as long as maybe they have a boyfriend who maintains them, they just relax. Because to them, it's about money. Again, it is why people become desperate. They become criminals. Because to them, it's about money. Was it yesterday or so? I was sharing the Visionary Parents Academy. I told them that if one of the things we should teach our children is for them to know that if they are not solving problems, because there are so many problems that mankind has to struggle with, you know, to fight with. Thank you so much for joining me, sis. I appreciate you big time. If they are not solving problems, we have a lot of health issues. For example, you have cancer, you have HIV, you have hepatitis B. We have a lot of issues. We even have dementia and old age. We have a lot of issues that we still need answers to. We have not found answers to. That is what they are here to do. I was telling them that we should teach our children that if they are not finding those answers and they are creating more problems, it simply means that we are delaying in finding answers to those problems. Because by the time they are creating problems, maybe we are raising criminals, we are raising all sorts of manners. By the time they are doing all those things and becoming a menace to the society, then human beings are rising up again to find solutions to the problem, to their problem. That is the problem caused by these children. So, but if they learn, thank you so much, ma. Thank you. So, but if we learn to raise them to think problem solving and not become menace to the society or cause more problem in the society, we'll get closer to all the dramas on all the issues we have. Again, thinking money. No one says money is not good. Of course, money makes the world go round. But can we just begin to change our mindset, change our approach to life and begin to deliberately raise children who will think problem, who will think impact, who will think legacy instead of money, money, money. You see siblings betraying each other. You see a lot of things happening all about money. What? I think it's becoming too much, you know. So if you are joining me, my name is Enimi Orebo, and I am the lead coach at the Visionary Parents Academy, an academy that brings parents together and actually empower them to skill up to raise the children they have. An academy that skills parents up to raise the children they have, children who the world will pray for them, who the world will be proud of them for. That is what we do. We don't want to raise children who the world will cause them. Who is their mother? Who is their father? You know, like we see on social media. This you that told me that one thing would have prevented. No, we don't want to raise children who are menace to the society. We want to raise children who the world will be proud of and who the world will pray for us for. So let's talk about how to raise these children, how to remove the money mindset. It's not money mindset, you know. Let's talk about children who know that they were created for a purpose. Let's talk about how to raise children who serve, children who have integrity, children who think the future, not just today. I always ask, like I was asking my teenagers in church on Sunday, if all about, oh, money, if my boyfriend gives me money, I don't have to stress, I don't have to sweat. If my parents, I was asking them, okay, if you have a boyfriend that gives you money, you don't have to bother yourself. Does it mean your time, 24 hours of the day, there is nothing what will you be doing with your time? You just sleep, you just wake up, you just sleep, you just wake up. You have nothing else to do. You don't have a role to play in the society. You were created to contribute to the society. I always try to use this to teach my children in church. I tell them that Jesus is our ultimate role model. Now let's look at Jesus. If Jesus is our role model, he will give us an understanding of why we are here on earth. I said to them that before you even start blaming your parents, why did you have me? You need to go back and realize that you were the one that actually forced your parents into having you. So I tell them that let's go back to Jesus Christ. Remember, there was a problem in the world. God was looking for someone to solve the problem. That was when Jesus Christ offered, let me go. So I also tell them that you also offered, you also offered. So Jesus Christ came, and that was why he came, to fix the problem of mankind. So you also, you were in heaven when God said, oh, there is this problem here and there, you also offered, let me go and fix the problem. That is why you are here, to fix the problem. So if you just say, okay, when they pay me money, when my husband pays me salary, I will not bother myself. When I don't like suffering, that's the word they use. I don't like suffering. When my boyfriend pays me money, I don't like suffering. I always ask them, what about the problem you came into this world to solve? What about your purpose? You don't have a purpose. You don't have a problem to solve. You don't have a solution to provide. You don't have anything. So why do you have brains? And I also tell them, you go to school, your parents spend so much sending you to school, and at the end of the day, you come back, you rely on another person to pay your bills. So what happens to your brains? Why do you have brains? It simply means that it's better you just stay at home. It's better you were not even created. It's better you are just maybe something, a vegetable, a lifeless object. That is better than you just sit down and you are not making any meaning out of your life. Come to think of it, I mean, what is the use if all you want to do is to sit down and wait for another person to feed you or to do something for you? It simply means that you don't have any use. Okay, so let's go on. So we are talking about how to nurture impact mindset in our children and not just money. I saw a video earlier today when a parent was rewarding the child for good grades and all of that. And I said to myself, now this is one of the problems. We reward children for good grades. We reward children for results. We reward children for things they're actually doing for themselves. That's a conversation for another day. Because I tell you, when you are paying children for chores, you are paying children for grades, you are paying children for things like that, I tell you something, you are You are pushing the ownership away from them, and you are owning it. You are taking it. It's like the child is doing you a favor. That is why you are paying them. Think about it. People run errands for you. You pay them because they are actually doing you a favor. People serve you in one way or the other. You pay them because you are actually doing, they are actually rather doing you a favor. So when you pay your child for grades, it simply means that it is about you. Your child is doing you a favor. So that is one of the converse. That is one thing about paying your child. And another thing is you reward your child for results. What mindset are you creating? They're not thinking about value. It's not about the value out there. It's not about the process. It's not about anything. It's about the reward. When you reward your child for results, oh, because you have good grades, oh, because you do your chores, you are letting them know that it is all about money. Everything is about money. What is in it for you is money. You are doing it because of the money. You study your books to pass because of the money you are going to get. You do your chores because of the money you are going to get. You run errands because of the money you are going to get. I see parents do this in a great deal and they don't realize it. It is one of the mistakes parents make. Maybe as a parent, your children, you have someone close to you and they come to visit you, and when they are leaving, you make your children expect them to give them money. Or maybe they now give them something not too much. The next thing you are saying, see how much they won't give. The children come to you and start saying, this your sister is stingy, no. This your brother is selfish, oh. See how much they even give. And you are saying, yes, it's okay. Yes, it's okay. It happens a lot. Children think money all the time. Someone gives them something, they cannot even say, even if they want to say thank you, down within them, say how much they even give. You teach them to think money. It's all about money. Now, when you teach them to think money, I tell you, money will be the most important thing to them. They are going to place everything above money. Their conscience. They are going to place money above them, above every other thing. Their conscience, their peace. Now, this is why some women can even say in abusive marriages. They stay because of the money. He gives him money. Have you never heard it saying that, oh, it is better to cry in a Lamborghini than to cry in a keke? It is still money we are talking about. The money mindset is why someone will say it is better to cry in a Lamborghini than to cry in money. Because it is all about money. I came into this world to enjoy, Obiangeli. I didn't come to suffer. It is all about money. So when a child or when someone begins to think money, they will not think impact. So however, when you have someone who understands that they have a role to play in the society, they are on an assignment, they have a purpose, they will not settle for less. They will not settle for anything. They will not settle for anyhow. Because they know that they have a role to play in the society. Because they know that they have a purpose to pursue. So it's not just about sitting down and eating the money. It's actually making a difference. Actually contributing their own part to the society. So thinking money, money, money will not be it. They will not keep thinking money, money, money. They will think their role they have to play. They will not settle for any toxic thing. It is toxic because if it's toxic, it's going to stifle them. It's going to restrict them to the box. So they are not able to do what they are supposed to do. They will not settle for less. People settle for less because all they think about is money, money, money. So even when the environment is not favorable, even when their tolerance is stretched beyond capacity, they remain there. After all, if he gives him money, why not? If he gives him money, why not? You know, when we see issue of domestic abuse, we always talk about a lot of issues, talk a lot of things around it. But one of the things we hardly talk about is better to cry the Lamborghini than in the keke. That is money. So someone will stay in an abusive relationship and probably lose their life because they are thinking money. But when we begin to raise a society that thinks beyond money, that actually thinks impact, I tell you, we will a lot of these issues we face in our society, we naturally just go. The next thing the next way to raise children who think impact is when you want to give your children allowance, tied to their contribution, tied to their role, tied to the things they do. Don't make them feel entitled. Tie it to things they do, their contribution, their roles. Let them understand processes. Let them work for it. Yes, let them work for it. Sometimes stretch them. Let them understand things. That is one way to also raise children who will think impact, because you are teaching them how to serve, you are teaching them how to contribute, you are teaching them how to play their roles, and not just how to expect. You know, someone was telling me the other day that she had a niece who came to visit her for the holiday, and the niece was a total liability. For the period of time the niece was with her, she was always pressing her phone, not making any single contribution to the house. When the niece wanted to leave, she was expecting her to give her money. She just gave the niece transport and she went. Transport, like, thank you for coming, take. And then it was rumored in the family that she was stingy, she was selfish and all of that. So she was asking, and I was like, okay, the need wanted you to add financial value to her life. What value did she add to your life when she came to visit you? She just came there feeling entitled because you are my auntie. Yes, you can give me anything I ask for. After all, you have money. So it's my duty, it's my right to come and eat your money. What value did she add to the house she was going to? She added no value. So when she was leaving, even though she added no value, when she was leaving, she felt entitled. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. To raise children with impact, we must teach them not to be entitled. We must teach them to learn to contribute. One time on TikTok, I shared a video that teach children how to add value wherever they go. And someone said, I beg, leave that thing. Small children and value again. And I told her the first thing you should ask is, what does it mean to add value? That's the first thing you should ask. When your children go anywhere, they should leave a mark. They should learn that anywhere they go, they have a responsibility to make that place better than they met it. They have a responsibility to just make. Today, I had a super proud moment today. My mom called me and she was asking about my children, and she asked about a particular one. She said, I miss him. Tell him I miss him. He's always asking, Grandma, what can I help with? Grandma, what can I help with? Grandma, do you need my assistance? You know, he did not just get that from the sky. It's something that I've always taught them. Always find out how you can help. That's the second thing. That's the third way to raise children who may think impact and not just money. How can I help? What can I help with? What can I do? They see situations around them. They are going to find out, how can I help? Let them have the mindset of helping. Let them have the mindset of fixing. Sometimes children will not learn this on their own. As a parent, you have to intentionally teach them. You have to intentionally draw their attention to it. Otherwise, they may not learn. Let them have the mindset of helping. There is a problem, I want to solve it. Someone needs help, I want to give them the help. You teach them, nurture it in them. You are in this world you have a role to play. You are in this world to make it a better place. You are not just in this world for decoration. You have a role to play. You want to make this world a better place, a happier place. You want to solve problems. There are so many problems bothering mankind that still need solution. So you were created to solve a problem, and it starts from home. You know, picking up minor chores, looking for what to do. One time in the Self-Leadership Academy, where we register children, do every holiday we nurture self-leadership skills in children. One time I told them this thing. I told them, for the next 1 week or thereabout, look for problems to solve in your home every single day. As you go out, look for problems that exist in your community. No matter how dumb the problem is, just proffer solution. Let the solution be dumb. Just think, wear your thinking cap. You know, when you get home, look for problems to solve. Your daddy's car is dirty. That's a problem that needs solving. Everybody's hungry in the family. That is a problem that needs solving. The floor is dirty. That is a problem that needs solving. One thing is broken in your home. That is a problem that needs solving. You may not be able to solve it, but at least identify the problem and even call for help. It's okay to ask for help, but identify the problem and have the willingness for the problem to be solved. So let's teach our children to always ask, how can I help? How can I help? What can I do? There's a situation somewhere, how can I fix it? Not children who feel entitled, who don't contribute to the society. They just want to take and take and take and take. When they keep taking, they keep thinking money, money, money. So raise children who we ask, how can I help? Children who can genuinely help. Normalize delayed gratification. One of the things that is so real in today's life is that when we were growing up, we had a lot of opportunities to learn delayed gratification. Even though our parents, even when many of our parents never really deliberately taught us. But today, gratification, to delay gratification is not just, is just like a big tax this day. It's not because parents don't want their children to delay gratification. It's not even because children don't realize that they need to delay gratification. Because technology has evolved so much that life is super convenient. And children need to understand that it is not always in now. There is time for planting. There is time for reaping. But if they do not know to plant, no matter what, growing up, we learn to delay. We learned processes, but today those processes have been so taken off. The ones that have not been taken off, they are shortened. So when children don't know how to delay gratification, they are thinking now. Everything about them will be money making. Because to make impact, sometimes to make impact, you have to go the extra. You have to be patient. You have to stretch yourself. And children who don't delay gratification, they can't go the extra. They can't stretch themselves. They cannot be patient. They just want now. If they plant, it's not growing and yielding immediately, they are discouraged. So they don't have that capacity to be resilient. Making impact simply means that you are going to keep planting and planting, even when you have all the resources available to actually make impact. I tell you, there are some resources that will not be easily available. So, for example, you feel okay, there's a problem in the community you want to solve. You're even going to solve that problem free of charge, but you need to build trust so that people in that community will even trust you to accept your solution, right? And it may take a while. Just like in case of Nigeria, Lagos especially, I hear that in some communities, someone wants to go there and bring development. You want to maybe build a house, you want to erect a structure, maybe you even want to build a company that will employ the people of the community. They will still tell you to come and pay. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So if you have a mind, okay, I want to be so and so community, and they tell you to go and pay, and pay. Someone who is not patient, who has not understood that yes, impact can come with a cost, will just get discouraged. Shebi, I'm doing it for you. What the heck are you talking about when I'm doing it for you? So we need to definitely normalize delayed gratification in our children. Now, one of the most important things we can do, I don't know why I didn't start this first, is to talk about stories of honor, stories of integrity, not just wealth. We teach children. Now, this is why in the Visionary Parents Academy, we have something we call family talk time. Family talk time is a time where we put our children together. We actually teach them values. We teach them things that will benefit them. It is a structured time. It is deliberate. We take a topic, we use the examples, we can use people around us. As Christians, we can use people from the Bible. By the way, the Visionary Parent Academy is not just for Christians, for parents, interdenominational parents, parents from everywhere, for fathers, for mothers, aunties, grandmas, and everyone. So if you are a parent or you are a lover of children, you desire to be in a community where you will be equipped, you will be motivated, you will be strengthened. You know, the Visionary Parent Academy is definitely a place for you. We started this year and we have started strong. It's been a lot of conversations, we started with auditing. We had to sit down and audit our parenting to see, because we always think we are doing enough. Yeah, we are doing enough, but the truth of the matter is we may be doing everything, we may end up becoming busy bees. You know, when you say you are a busy bee, it simply means you are all over the place doing everything. But that everything you are doing, that all over the place you are, may not actually be making impact. So what we do in the Visionary Parent Academy is definitely, we are using the 80-20 productivity rule, where you just do the 20% of the thing that gives you the results. That is what we are doing. So within the Visionary Parent Academy, we target those things that will actually make a difference in our parenting. We don't necessarily want to be busy doing everything. We target those things. That was why we started by auditing our parenting. So after our parenting audit, we move forward to this week. We are setting our parenting goals. Everyone is expected to set their parenting goals. You have audited yourself. You know the areas we are slacking. And in our auditing, we had 22 areas we actually looked at in our parenting. 22 different areas, from your children's, from your own page, from you, from your children, from your environment, from the academics, from your spirituality, everything we looked at. So to how much you understand your child, to have patience you as a parent, to how much you even understand yourself. We looked at a lot of things, and this week we are setting our goals so that we can jump into what we are doing. And next week we are building skills, because we've audited ourselves. I mean, we have been doing these things for a while. We're not getting results. We audited ourselves. So this week we are setting goals. Okay, this was where I've been slacking. Let me now target it. And next week we build skills. Yes, we need skills. It's what the Visionary Parent Academy is all about. So I want to encourage you to join us. And I tell you, your parenting game will change. Okay, let's go. We are still talking about number 5. I said, is it number 5 we are talking about, or number 4? Okay, number 4 was delayed gratification. Number 5 is tell stories that honor integrity. Use examples. Talk to your children. Every single time you are on walk, you are everywhere, you see issues, you are having conversations with them. Let them know that they are in this world to solve a problem. This conversation is super easy. Your children did not just come for no reason. They did not come to sit about and just eat money. They came, there is a mission, there is a reason. I mean, I was listening to a radio. I actually did a short trip the other day. I was listening to a radio. So a radio, and it was, I think, a pre-recorded something, song or program. And the person was talking about, you know, I don't know if you know, this thing was kind of, is it hyping? Yes, let me use the word hyping some people. I didn't hear him talk about money. I was hearing about this person, engineer, this thing. I don't know if you know those songs, those native songs. They'll be, is it native song? I don't know. I think mostly traditional songs, native songs. They'll be playing their instrument and be calling someone engineer this of this, engineer that of that, engineer. Well, it was so interesting. It was beautiful. I was just listening, and I was telling myself, yes, these people actually, they are noticed. Maybe they are noticed because of what they are doing. You know, they call one thing they do, they tie it to their name. So talk to your children. You are here in this world to make an impact. You are here to make a difference. You are on a mission. There was something you were created for. You alone. You are bigger than what you were created for. There are people tied around your destiny, around the purpose you have, around the mission you are here on earth to make. Then look at people around you who are actually making impact, and begin to teach them how these people are making impact. Talk to them about stories, people who are making impact. And one thing I realize is, you make impact And when you know how to be strategic about it, you are definitely going to make money. I was reading about the first microfinance bank the first microfinance bank that was ever opened in the world. I don't remember the particular country I don't remember the country now. Is it one of the Asia countries? I don't remember really. But something that has stayed with me. The man did not start because he wanted to make money from microfinance. No, what the man wanted to do was he realized that people will go to market women will go to banks to get loans. Banks will not give regular market women loans, but rather banks will give big people loans. Already established people, banks will give them loan because bank probably they did not trust market women to do better. So he felt bad about it. He felt that wasn't right. He wanted to actually help the market women. That was how he started his own. He was giving the market women money free. He wasn't collecting interest, nothing. Just give them a time frame. Okay, you want 30,000 naira, take it and bring it back in 3 months. So that was how he was. When they bring it back, he's able to give other people. When he bring it back, he's able to give other people. He was solving problem for a while before he realized, okay, we can actually make a percentage from this thing, because imagine him giving his money. It simply means that if he has 90,000, he will only be able to give 30 people. So if you collect maybe an interest of 1,000 on that 30,000, in a couple of months, you'll be able to give more people. The idea was to service more people. And today he's the father of microfinance because of making impact. At the end of the day, definitely he will make money, so much money, because even his name as a brand will open more doors for him. And guess what? It is generational. It will be generational legacy, because anyone that is tied to that name, yes, we definitely have something. People will have something good to say about them. So people will trust them because of the man's legacy. That is making impact. Wanting to help petty traders, wanting to help retailers, market women to do better in their business was how the man founded microfinance. So when we talk about stories to our children, we begin to tell them things around them, the problems they can solve, everything around them, remind them that they were created for a purpose. They were created to solve a problem, and they start from their household solving problems. We look at people who are solving problems and we break the problems people are solving down to them. Even when you are walking on your street, you can ask your child, what problem is this woman solving? I tell my teenagers in church that, see, everyone is solving a problem. Even the woman that says sachet water under the sun is also solving a problem. Everyone is solving a problem. So, nurturing children who can solve, who think problem solving, who think legacy, tell them stories that honor integrity, tell them processes, tell them what people do. Another thing we want to do is let them see you choose peace over profit. As parents, there are some things we do not realize the mindset we are nurturing in our children when we do these things. When we lie over money, we tell petty lies when it comes to money. When we lose our peace because of money, when we trade our conscience because of money, when we negotiate our dignity because of money, we are modeling these things to our children. We are telling our children, oh, it's all about money. It's all about money. And like I said, the downside of this is your child may learn. I was watching a video the other day. The man's wife was complaining to the mother-in-law. In fact, the man's wife invited the mother-in-law that the husband places the son above the daughters. So the husband makes the daughters serve the son, even though one of the daughters is older than the boy. They serve the son. So when the mother-in-law came, as soon as she got into the house, she observed it too. She said, no, this is not acceptable. So she sat the son down and was talking to the son about it. And then she made one statement that, well, this was not how I raised you. And this was not how I raised you. I did not make your sisters serve you. And the boy said, yes, you did. The mother-in-law was shocked like. The man said, you did. Maybe sometimes. And then the mother-in-law said, hey, but not as much as this. Now, what am I trying to say? That is just the reality. One thing you are doing, you may just think, oh, it's a small thing. Your child will learn that thing and they will escalate it. They will do it double. They will do it multiple. They will do it triple. If there's a word like that, really. So when you do things, when you lose your peace over money, you lose your integrity over money, you lose your dignity over money, you trade them for money, or you even as much as negotiate them for money. I tell you, you are modeling to your child that money is all about, like everything is about money. Money comes first, money comes second, money comes third, money comes last. And at the end of the day, they will think money. All they will think about is money. So like I said, they may not play small like you played small, they may play high at the end of the day. So don't lose your peace, don't lose your integrity, don't lose your anything because of money, especially because you are modeling it to your child. I was telling someone the other day that, see, everything I do, especially when my children are around, I do it because of them. I am super conscious when my kids are around. When I'm talking to people, when I'm doing things, I want to be super conscious. I had a heated argument with someone during the December period, and I was super mindful. No matter how vile, no matter how whatever she was, I was super conscious because of my children. If my kids were not there, oh my God, it may have been a different ball game. But because they were there, I was super conscious, I was super mindful. So you because of your children, because you need to model certain things to your children, you have to be super intentional. You need to model to them that, see, yes, money is important. Impact is more important than money. Legacy, it is what you are here for. And of course, if you are making impact, money will definitely come. Okay? Let's go. Teach your children that money is a tool and not a goal. Money is a tool and not a goal. Money is actually a tool. When we see money, when we no longer see money as a tool, when we don't see money as a tool, we see money as a god. Very many people, we see money as gods to worship. We no longer see it as a tool for us to do things, to run errands, to solve our needs. We see it as a tool to worship. We even worship people with money. We acknowledge people with money. I saw the Minister of Interior a while ago on Facebook was talking to staff, and he was asking them, why do we have the VIP session and is hardly ever used? Just imagine that. If you have children in that place, they will see VIP. What do we call VIP in Nigeria? Most people with money, they are the ones that can bribe their way. They are the ones that can get quick attention. Meanwhile, that is what they see about money. So tell me, why would they not be desperate? If the system is fair, treats everybody fairly, why would they not be desperate? They will know that no matter how much I have, when it gets to my turn, to get to my turn. But they already know that cutting shortcuts and all of that, money speaks, bullshit works, like they say. Teach your children that money is actually a tool and not a god. Money solves problem. When I give my children allowance, I let them know that money, when I give them what is it called? When I give them pocket money, I teach them that, see, when you have a need, you will use it. You just don't take this money and spend it because you have pocket money, you are spending it on anything. No. You actually spend it when you have a need. Because money is there to solve problems. That is it. Money is there to solve problems. So when you have money, you should be able to solve problems. Another thing you should teach our children is that the difference between needs and wants, not just comfort. Because come to think of it, what do we even need a lot of all this money for? People become so desperate for money. What do they need all the money for at the end of the day? They need all the extra money to just brag. I was telling my teenagers one time in church, I said, as a young boy growing up, grow up with the mindset that, don't grow up with the mindset of side chick, because if you have side chick, you are definitely going to go extra because you want to pay the bills of the side chick. So at the end of the day, you are going to become desperate for money to maintain that kind of life. So that is it. You're in a competition with another person. Oh, they buy car A, you want to buy car B. That will make you desperate for money. Even when you don't need it, you are desperate. So one thing we should teach our children is the difference between needs and wants. We are not just comfort. Yes, comfort is good. But sometimes people just do things they don't necessarily want. Look at a lot of people desperate about money. It's not really because one of my teenagers was telling me, I was telling one of my teenagers one time that I know someone who earns 300,000 bi-weekly, you know, doing a lot of work, doing some things, using his phone to do some things. And the teenager said to me, auntie, 300K, is that not what one Yahoo boy will go to the club one day and buy beer and drink rather and wash their hands? And I asked him, do you know that Yahoo boys steal? They take people's money, you know, and you want some, how would you feel if someone takes your money and then goes to the club to just wash their hands? How would you feel about it? Let it make sense. That is what we are talking about. They are not thinking, it's not even about their needs. It's not even about their comfort. It's about their wants. It's about luxury. It's about impressing people. It's just about, I always tell them that makes you a local champion. I say, people are thinking of how to be on the global stage, to make global impact, to have global legacy. You are thinking about buying beer. When you now go to the club and buy drink and wash around the 300K, just amongst your circle, they will hail you. This person has money. At the end of the day, so what? I mean, make it make sense. Make it make sense. When you can be on a global stage and millions of people will see you and they will acknowledge you, which one makes more sense? Millions of people acknowledging you because you are making impact on a global stage, or you are in a circle of 10 people, you are buying wine to wash your hands in a club, you know, and they hail you, and that is it for you. You know, let's teach our children about needs, wants, comforts, and unnecessary luxury, things they cannot necessarily afford. Number 9, we teach them identity. 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 Who are they? What are they known for? I was saying it in the Visionary Parent Academy this morning that it's one of the major things we are going to do. Our children, they need to understand who they are and have an identity, and they will run with it. Who are they? What is their identity? What are they meant to do? What will they be known for? What will people know them for? Even years to come, what will people still remember them for? Identity. What will open doors for them? I mean, if you are a billionaire, oh, this father was a billionaire. Your father was a billionaire will not necessarily open door for you when your father is no more. That is just the truth. You are a billionaire will not necessarily open door for you, except your money exchange hands. So when you are a billionaire, the money is not there, what happens? So identity, legacy, kindness, responsibility, goodwill that speak way before, even after they are gone. So help your children have an identity, who they are, tie it to the problems they are here to solve. Because the truth of the matter is everyone has a role to play in this society. Everyone has a role. If we play our roles, we are going to raise children who just don't think money but think impact. And lastly, the 10th one is have family tradition that kind of promote impact. Family tradition that talks about impact, that promotes impact. Have conversations, have maybe challenges, things like what problem did you solve today? What question did you answer today? Who did you help today? What problems did you observe today? You traveled from home to school. What problems did you observe today? What solutions can you give to that problem? Teach children. Teach them these things. Have constant conversations with them around solving problems. When they come to complain, let them know that, okay, you are a problem solver. And unfortunately, complaining doesn't solve the problem. So what solves the problem is putting your hands on it, getting it done. So stand up and get problem solving and drop the complaint already and solve problems. Teach them. Have conversations around it. Because really, we need to be intentional about raising children who make impact. Children who just don't think money. Children who think impact as well. In fact, who even think impact more than they think money. Because what? It is becoming too much. Everything, everyone, it's all about the money. What is the need for me? If there's nothing in it for you, you don't do it. Unless there's something in it for you. We see cases. People are in a terrible state. People are busy thinking about money. Whew. The truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, if you invest in raising children who make impact, it will give you peace of mind as a parent. Because they're not running after money. They're not coming to use you as a parent as rituals. They are not going to jail because of a money-related issue. They have integrity. They will protect forever. So raise children who think impact and not money. I hope that these 10 points I've given you are, is it points now? 10 tools I've given you, you will take them, you will use them to raise children who make impact. And remember, this was brought to you by the Visionary Parents Academy. My name is Enime Orebo, and I want to invite you to join us at the Visionary Parents Academy. It's an academy where you will join, you will learn everything you need to learn about parenting. You see all this drama, chaos that happened in your home. I tell you, they will be greatly minimized, if not gone. Join the Visionary Parents Academy, and in 3 months, even in 2 months, you will not, your home will seem different. Your home will be different. That is my word to you. Thank God we are still open for registration. So rush in and register now. Thank you. See you next time. Bye-bye.